FamOver.
Fam, what's good? What's good? It's your boy Thou, FamOver TV. I appreciate everybody tapping into the channel, showing love, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, stopping by, whatever you're doing. I appreciate it. These videos are for entertainment purposes only. Viewer discretion is always advised. Salute to everybody out there on this good Monday, Martin Luther King Day / Trump Day. I don't know how true that is. They said that Trizzy changed the day today from Martin Luther King Day to Trump Day. And you know how the people can go to all the like national different parks and get in free today or whatever or something. I don't know. I don't know if he's like switched it up somehow, somewhere or something, but I keep on seeing a lot of videos, people talking about he made it Trump Day or something. I don't know. If he did, that's crazy, crazy work. He always doing some crazy shit. But we got some good content to check out today. Make sure y'all come in, hit that like button for me, man. Salute to everybody that's already falling in already. Gervais, DJ, was good? Red Cap, what up? GLC, what up? Creators Create, what up? Rah, what up? Dennis, was good, fam? My Jersey fam, how you feeling out there in Jersey? Lazy Days, what up? We got some good videos we go check out, man. I've been seeing a lot of people talking about Martin Luther King was a plant. He was a 3-letter agency, PSYOP, and he was part of the Brotherhood and Boule and all this type of stuff. You know, and I mean, nothing is impossible. So I'm like, it probably was, you know what I'm saying? But one thing we can't do is take away from what he was, you know, trying to push and trying to help people and what he was pushing for and everything. I don't know if it was all a part of the agenda, but he did do some good for sure. And it's crazy how like our leaders always get, like when somebody get to leading a lot of people, like righteously in the right way and everything, somehow, some way, something always happen. Either they get caught up on some bullshit, get sent to prison, or get sent to the upper room, or they disappear somehow, some way. It's crazy. It never failed all through history. If you think about it, all the top leaders and everything, something always gonna happen. And not just black leaders, any leader. Like think any leader that's trying to push people in the right way, righteously. That shit don't never work, for real. Nudie, what up? What's up, Christy? Lady J, what's good? For real. It's all love, Lazy Days. It's all love. I appreciate you tuning in when you can tune in. I know you can't make it all the time, but whenever you can tune in, it's all love, fam. Jeanette, what's good? We got a few people in here now, man. We might as well start it up. I know people get to falling in once we get to going. Salute to everybody on this good Monday. Hope everybody feeling real good. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Let's get into this content.
It's pretty funny. Well, I think it's funny, at least. All the illegals, they still think we're stuck with them. No. You're about to be stuck in here with us. Clock is ticking. Could be a soft tick, could be a loud one, hard to say. A word of advice, though, I'd scream if I were you. Skedaddle. Vamoose, leave while you still can. Alligator Alcatraz is just the beginning. Next up is Shark Shawshank. Sharks, very dangerous, not the most reasonable of beasts. Some of you have seen the Discovery Channel and know what I'm talking about. Shark Week, very exciting. We'll live stream escape attempts, justice and economic stimulus in one. Rikers with grizzly bears is an option as well. We could use a snappier name, but the concept is strong to very strong in a big way, quite frankly.
Man, Trizzy crazy than a motherfucker, y'all. Trizzy crazy, man. Creators Create. Appreciate you so much. Thank you for that super chat. Much love. Thank you. Lady J, thank you. And much love and prayers for your dad. For real. Candy was good.
Today, I'm thrilled to announce my plan to lower healthcare prices for all Americans and truly make healthcare affordable again. We're doing things that nobody's ever been able to do. We're calling it the Great Healthcare Plan. Instead of putting the needs of big corporations and special interests first, our plan finally puts you first and puts more money in your pocket. The government is going to pay the money directly to you. It goes to you, and then you take the money and buy your own health care. Nobody's ever heard of that before, and that's the way it is. The big insurance companies lose, and the people of our country win. This proposal locks in the massive discounts on prescription drugs that my administration is achieving through our most favored nation drug pricing agreement. Now, when you hear about that, for 40 years they've been trying to do it, but they never were able to do it. No other president was able to do it. I got every other country to approve it by the use of tariffs and other things. They all approved it. Nobody else got it. No other president got it. And for the most part, they didn't even try.
Man, Trizzy crazy, man. Oh my God, man. Hey, but I'm not against this. Whatever, anything better for the people. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. We gotta look more into it to see if it's really gonna be a deal. But this is crazy. So they gonna send you the check, then you get to decide which plan you want to pick. I'm sure once they go that way and they send you the check, those plans probably go skyrocket. They probably gonna go up so much. For real. Like, I can see it now. Plans high as hell. Like, yeah, we sent the checks. You can pick any plan you want to yourself, whatever and everything. But hopefully it's a good thing. At least he's trying to. I still don't understand how it's still we should have free healthcare over here. I mean, shit, all the money we be wasting and everything we be doing, ain't no way we shouldn't have free healthcare when we paying for other people's free healthcare and shit. But the great healthcare plan, we go see how this work. Michaela, what's good? Prince B, what up, fam?
Because they felt it was impossible.
At the Minnesota State Capitol, and I'm here to double check on what everybody's been talking about on social media, is this plaque in honor of our governor, Tim Walz, and it is from people that are supportive of his efforts, and there it is, right here in the East Hall, lower level. It reads, the Democratic Coalition of Satan Worshippers thanks Governor Tim Walz for not standing in the way of spreading Satanism in the state capitol building. Satan has a special place for you. And that's makes sense.
Stuff is starting to make sense now, huh? Think about it. Remember when Kamala Harris was at a rally, the DNC rally, and she was talking about how wonderful it is to my body, my choice, and she was so pro-abortion, and somebody yelled, Christ is King or Jesus is Lord or something, and she said this? Take a look at this.
Oh, you guys are at the wrong rally.
Nah, that was crazy work. Nudie was good. Nah, I understand. She I don't know, baby. She trying to keep it away from religion, so she ain't trying to lose the following of people who don't, you know what I'm saying, follow a certain religion or whatever. But that's crazy. They scream Jesus is Lord and Jesus is King or something. And she like, oh, y'all at the wrong rally. Like, I don't know why she did that. That's crazy work. For real, for real. Nudie was good. Mechanical animal. Appreciate you for that super stickers. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Thank you so much, man. That shit right there is crazy though. Like, Megan, what's good with you? Yeah, I just seen Trump is at the college football game, y'all. Trizzy is not playing. Trizzy is crazy. Jen S, what up?
No, I think you meant to go to the smaller one down the street.
And it's funny that she picked Tim Walz to be her running mate, and how she's pro-abortion like crazy. You know who else is pro-abortion and destruction of children and the innocents? That false deity that's on that statue, the Baphomet. And guess what? Baphomet is transgender too. Y'all don't see how all this stuff is coming together? Like I said before, this is not a fight between Republicans and Democrats, liberal versus conservative.
It's evil against good right now. Definitely evil against good. Oh, that's Travis. Travis, salute, Travis. Thank you so much for that super chat, fam. Super sticker, man. Appreciate you, man.
It's a fight for good and evil, and they're showing their hand. Wake up and remain vigilant. Blessings to the righteous.
So there's something that came out in the Epstein files where Hillary Clinton was sleeping with one of her staff members. He was saying that she was sleeping with this guy named Vince Foster. Vince Foster was actually brought in by, her and Bill Clinton, in which is Bill Clinton's childhood friend.
Okay.
They brought him in. Then they're saying, oh, Epstein said this. Hey, yeah, Hillary Clinton was actually sleeping with Vince Foster. Then, not too long after, he himself.
He always himself. It's always the
It's always suicide.
He spilled the beans on Hillary, y'all. And y'all know what happened. Hillary wiped his nose, sent him up to the upper room, y'all. Like, man, this shit is crazy. Talking about he hung himself, killed, unalived himself. Like, how many times this shit, like, this is, like, I know they ain't saying these are coincidences or something. Like, y'all know how many times this has happened? Somebody speak up on them and they out of here, straight to the upper room, somehow, some way.
especially around those those guys.
Yeah. So like if you really look at the board of people that themselves, it's crazy. It's like 40, 50 people who all either worked for them or had something to deal with them. It was crazy. So they're saying that he had depression and he had pressure. There was something called Travelgate, in which a lot of people were getting fired through the administration, Clinton administration, and bringing all their donors and friends in. But they were saying they falsely accused these people of doing all these things just to bring their friends in. And he was part of it and got a lot of scrutiny for it. And then that's where they said, oh, he had depression, but I think it was more.
No, for sure.
Epstein said it.
Oh, Epstein said it.
In his file. That's where it came out.
Wow.
Man, that's some bullshit, man. ATX, appreciate that super sticker, fam. Platinum Prime, what up? Hey, if anything ever happened to me, y'all, for like doing these streams and bringing this information, bringing this awareness to everybody about some of these different things, conspiracies and theories and shit going on, this info, and they ever say like, yeah, dog, he did it to himself, man. He was depressed and everything. Listen, just know something happened. They did something. They definitely did something. Ain't no way I'd never go out like that. And I feel like a lot of these people ain't no way they going out like that. People talking about he was depressed or like people ain't doing that shit to themselves, man. Like, come on, man. It ain't never that bad. I don't give a fuck how bad it get. It ain't never that bad. Like, that shit is ridiculous, man, how they be doing stuff, man.
MLK Day now been shifted to Trump Day. Again, what more evidence do we need on what the hell is going on in the United States of America? MLK Day in California, we are announcing today we're making 200 parks in California free on MLK Day.
Hey y'all, as we know, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was a big influence.
Oh, in California, they're making the parks free on MLK Day. I think that's in response to, because Trizzy, on his day, Trump Day or something, I don't know if it's the same day as MLK Day or what, but I'm gonna have to look into it. But I guess he was trying to make parks or he did or something, like the parks is free on his day or something. And I can't believe, like, why the fuck, why the fuck would Trizzy want to have a Trump Day anyway? He was an activist, like he changed the world or some shit. He ain't like like Trizzy crazy, man. That motherfucker right there, man. He like, man, he funny, man. Trizzy is crazy, y'all. Trizzy like a damn fucking narcissist, actor, everything, man. It's crazy. He entertaining for sure. He's still my dog. I'll be talking shit about him, but he's still my dog.
in the civil rights movement. But a lot of people don't talk about the circumstances surrounding his death. So we all know on April 4th, 1968, he was assassinated by James Earl Ray on a motel balcony in Memphis, Tennessee. At first, Ray said that he was the killer, and he later recanted. Why did he recant? Because he said he did not act on this alone. Even the King family believed that he did not do this by himself. Apparently, there was some mysterious man that set him up. But the investigators could never find out who this mysterious man was. And Ray maintained his innocence until 1998 when he passed away in prison. So this is J. Edgar Hoover, and Hoover and his men kept an eye on King because in the 1960s, King became a threat. Before his death, King received an anonymous letter. The letter basically said that he was a fraud, his secrets would be exposed, and implying that he should commit, that he should end his life. Yes, the government sent him that letter. And what exactly was his secrets? First off, he wasn't who he claimed, and that he had some infidelity issues.
Yeah.
It's been said that he stepped out of his marriage on Coretta multiple times.
Hey, and I don't like at first I seen some stuff. I was like, damn, maybe, Martin, maybe King was stepping out and, during that time, being an activist like he was and the following he had, people looking up to him. Like, I'm pretty sure women was throwing it at him. So he might have hit a few or something. But then again, that might just be, how they do it. They tarnish your name. That might just be a 3-letter agency just lying and everything. Like, yeah, infidelity. I think I seen some where they say he was like, they say he was jumping the fence. He was a sweet potato too and everything, like in the closet. I'm like, man, yeah, right. So, but you know how they do. They'll tarnish your shit for sure. Shoot.
Now let's talk about this picture. This picture is circulating the internet. A lot of people think this is the day that he got shot, but it wasn't. This was 10 years prior, 1958. There was a woman that visited him. She had mental health issues, and she had got a letter opener and stabbed him with it. It was so close to his heart, he almost died that day.
Damn.
Some of you who are watching this video right now are probably like, dang, I didn't know none of this happened.
Me?
Honestly, me either. I found out a lot of this recently. All right, y'all. What are you guys' thoughts on Dr. King's death? And I will be back to do more true crime videos for you guys.
That might have been some MK Ultra type shit with her grabbing the mail opener and stabbing him and shit just out the blue. They might have did something to her, put her in a trance and made her go in there and do that. Baby Case was good.
Here's what he had to say about the way Dr. Martin Luther King was actually killed.
Wow. He wasn't killed from the bullet that hit him on the balcony. He was taken to the St. Joseph's Hospital, and he was killed in the emergency room of St. Joseph's Hospital by the chief of neurosurgery, Dr. Breed Bland, who came in when they were all working on him in the emergency room, and he said, "Get out of here, let that die." And as they moved out of the room, the last one out was a surgical nurse, Lula Mae Shelby. And when she heard them gathering up spit in their lungs to spit on Martin's body lying on a bed there, then she saw Dr. Bland take the catheters out of Martin's body and take the pillow from under his head and put it over his face and suffocate him. And that's how Martin King died. That's how he was really assassinated. Now, he might have died anyway from the bullet wounds, but he didn't. He was still alive and still breathing. The chief neurosurgeon, he intervened and he made sure that death would result.
Wow. Right? My jaw was on the floor.
That's crazy because I remember vividly in school, they taught us that my man shot him or whatever from the balcony, from the not apartment, but that hotel balcony. And he lost his life right then when my man popped him and everything. But now, and I think I heard this like maybe a few years ago or something, but they saying he was alive when they took him to the hospital. And damn, man, this shit get crazy, y'all. Danny was good. But in school, they taught us that my man, I forgot his name, but the dude who shot from from the hotel balcony. He didn't want, like they said, like it was done. He unalived me right then.
Now, Dr. Pepper knows this because the son of the nurse, Lula Mae Shelby, who died, but before she died told her family, the son of this nurse told Dr. Pepper under oath. And when Dr. Pepper confronted a member of the Dixie Mafia, he said, yes, this happened, and actually that the chief of surgery was their family doctor, and that 3 weeks before the assassination, he visited them and said, hey, if the bullet doesn't kill him, make sure he goes to St. Joseph's, because we will make sure that he dies. Now, let's talk about this case, okay? This was the civil suit in 1999 where Pepper represented the King family, and that really made the family feel like they had closure, and like I said, it was the only trial ever held. The Memphis jury in this case decided that local, state, and federal governments were liable for King's death, and that this was a real conspiracy, a conspiracy between the U.S. military, the Memphis PD, and Dixie Mafia, these crime figures in Memphis, Tennessee.
This is just for the audience.
Right.
This is a civil case that was brought, much like the O.J. case.
Right, where
they couldn't find him guilty here, but finally when a civil jury heard it, they came out with a
It was the only trial, yes, and there was 30 days of trial, and over 70 witnesses were heard. And Dr. Pepper told me earlier today that it took the jury less than an hour to decide after these 30 days
that this was a true conspiracy.
Correct.
Where others may have been involved.
Correct.
Other than the person who was accused.
And that James Earl Ray was the fall man, and that he was unwittingly, unknowingly part of this conspiracy. And the real shooter...
James Earl Ray, that's his name. Yeah, they put it on him, made it seem like he did it and everything. That probably was some whole 3-letter agency cover-up shit too. I don't believe it was him either. Like, that's crazy. And you right, DJ. He was about to lead us in the wrong way, and he said it with his own words. He said that because I read something about he had a conversation. I forgot what I read it in one of these books or something. I read that he had a conversation with Malcolm X. And Malcolm, he was telling Malcolm like he feeling bad because he feel like he didn't led his people into like a burning fire. And for him to say that he basically was saying like, damn, I didn't let them into the wrong way or whatever. So he even said it himself. So he probably was like, after a while, because Malcolm was on that other shit. Malcolm was like, man, fuck all that, what you talking about, that peace and all that other shit and everything. Malcolm was like, man, we got to bust back. And then, both of them.
I gotta say this, even though we can't get to the whole story, was Frank Strouser. He was a Memphis police officer, the best shot in the Memphis PD, and he was the one who actually fired the fatal shot.
Martin Luther King was a boule sellout created by the CIA. Well, he went to Morehouse. Morehouse was funded by Rockefellers, bro. And all the black people that was in there, them D9s and all them, was the 10% holding back. Listen, Martin Luther King promoted us losing ownership, integration. MLK's speech was wrote by, listen, so people celebrating Martin Luther King Day. I don't want no Black History Month. We don't want no black leaders. All this was given us by the CIA. The moment MLK figured out that, man, we come to DC to get our check. They mechanized our farm. They took our land. They used me. So they groomed him to be a leader, but his elders did him wrong. That's what I always say. My grandmother grew up on the same street as Jesse Jackson, the man that coined the term African American, another psyop Duke man. And when he got popped, he was the only one that didn't have a handkerchief in his thing. And Jesse Jackson's still around. So all them sellouts, he got dipped by his own people.
Damn. And that motherfucker Jesse Jackson still around collecting. I definitely believe like they got to him too. They greasing his palms for sure. But this shit right here is crazy. And it's crazy because the following MLK had, like the way he had them people like believing and testing their faith and sitting there taking beatings, getting sprayed with water, getting their ass fucked up, getting tortured, and all type of shit was going on. Like standing on protesting on the bridge, not moving. Like, yeah, just stand there and have people put their hands behind their head, just take a whooping, take a beating and shit. Like, he could have told motherfuckers, we going up to this mountain and we all go jump off just to prove a message. And 80% of those motherfuckers would have jumped off with him. So it's crazy. definitely probably was a little psyop or something, man. Let's keep it going though, man. Hit that like button, y'all. Tomorrow, Tommy, what's good? Salute to everybody in the building. Keep that algorithm.
Recent claim by President Trump that the 1964 Civil Rights Act harmed white Americans is just wrong, and it's dangerous. It rewrites history in a way that fuels fear and resentment. My fathers and so many leaders of the movement, Fred Shuttlesworth, Diane Nash, John Lewis, I can call the roll, but I won't do it today, did not risk their lives to divide this nation. They did not risk their lives to divide this nation. They did so because America was denying millions basic rights, the right to work, the right to vote, to live where they please, to move through society with dignity. The Civil Rights Act did not give black people special treatment. It made discrimination illegal. The same discrimination you're trying to turn around and use. It required the law to protect everyone equally. That is democracy.
Man.
Authorized Sidney Gottlieb to spray germs into the fog in San Francisco Harbor. The point was to try to infect 800,000 people in San Francisco with this germ just to see how many would get sick. And they thought that the germ would sit heavily in the fog and would linger in the air longer that way to infect more people. Now remember, nobody knew that this was happening. And I don't mean just nobody in San Francisco. I mean nobody. The CIA director didn't know it was happening. The president didn't know it was happening. This was Alan Dulles and Dr. Sidney Gottlieb.
Wow.
So what happened? They spray this poison into the air, and 11 people got identical urinary tract infections within the next 3 days. Now, we know that these were specific to the germ because these urinary tract infections included bleeding, but with blood that had crystals in it. Doctors were so taken aback by the fact that this wasn't just a urinary tract infection, but these people were discharging crystals from their bodies, that they actually got together in doctors' groups and talked about it. That what in the world is this? Is this some kind of a new disease? And then like magic, it just went away. And it went away because it was just a CIA experiment. What? In 1951, Alan Dulles becomes the director of the CIA, just like he planned to.
Man, if that ain't the craziest shit I done heard ever right there, man. What? And it makes you think now. Like, come on, they did that shit in the 1950s, whenever, way back then. You don't think they doing experiments like that now? Just the other day, we had all that fog and everything. And that's crazy because now I'm thinking. Because we just had fog out here too in Vegas, like a lot of fog. And it's crazy because I got like stuffed up for a few days and everything after all that fog and everything. Like, I know they ain't doing this shit again. I know they ain't putting shit out. And come on now. Like, ain't nobody speaking up on this shit. Ain't nobody like, ain't nothing a secret no more. They can't hide stuff from us no more. So ain't none of these like top officials against some of this shit. Like, no, man, y'all ain't finna be doing that to the people. If they are doing it, if they still doing it, I don't know. You know, allegedly, whatever. Entertainment purposes only. Man, this shit crazy, man. This is crazy. This crazy.
Another bacteria were sprayed over the San Francisco Bay Area in California in order to determine how vulnerable a city like San Francisco might be to a bioweapon attack. They killed 1 American and put 10 more in the hospital. This bacteria affects the gut, the respiratory issues, and the urinary tract. Now, the person who died had a pre-existing thing, and so they were trying to say, like, none of this is confirmed. But then the military confirmed in a Senate hearing that this is actually an experiment that they did. And so they weren't held liable for anything because you can't definitively correlate the introduction of the bacteria to, like, that's definitely what got this person.
Yeah.
But it is beyond doubt admitted that they put bacteria in the air to test if the entire San Francisco region was susceptible to a biological warfare attack. So the reason they said it was okay to do is because this specific bacteria isn't bad enough to make people actually sick. They were testing a delivery system.
Give us laughing gas or something.
But
Give
that's
us something fun.
But that's what's crazy. 10 people.
No, I don't give a shit. Quit fucking with us.
Like hospital stays, and one of them died, and it's like, well, that was just a test and a risk we were willing to run.
7 days.
Is either there's something sinister happening or the biggest coincidence ever that across the whole nation, people were like, dude, this is weird fog. What's up with this fog? And then 2 weeks later,
I've noticed with interest people reporting fog in parts of the South where they live that's rather unusual. Well, I'm at a location here in Mississippi, and guess what? Yeah. It's the 3rd day in a row we've had fog here. And I too.
They testing this shit in all other cities and different areas now. They putting it everywhere. Like, yeah, let's send it down south, send it Midwest, send it east. Let's test it out and see how these different areas respond to it. Allegedly.
Have had headaches every single day that I can't attribute to anything for about a month now. I've had feelings of nauseousness, just some odd feelings that I've reported on here before. Would love to hear from you about what your thoughts are that's behind this. I've been to the doctor, I've been to the eye doctor, and I just can't get behind it. And I have a headache right now as we speak. That's unusual for me.
That's crazy.
Post your thoughts.
Crazy, crazy.
As a result, your brain shifts into a kind of energy-saving mode, mental fog, memory loss, and the fading of cognitive functions. This is not aging and not a disease. It is the result of your biological wiring, so to speak, being clogged with electrostatic noise, nanoplastics that have rewritten the shape of your proteins. We have created a material that imposes its lifeless rules on living matter. And now we are reaping the consequences of this interaction. At this stage, you understand that nanoplastics are capable of altering the secondary structure of proteins, thereby destroying their electrical and spin order. By the same principle, they also affect DNA. Studies show that nanoplastics can distort individual regions of DNA and disrupt its overall structure, literally wedging themselves into the helical spiral. Moreover, nanoplastics are capable of partially or even completely disrupting the helical organization of DNA. This inevitably leads to serious failures in electron transport and spin polarized transport, which play a key role in genome stability and repair processes. In other words, nanoplastics strike directly at the fundamental electrical mechanisms of life, not along a single pathway, but along all of them simultaneously.
This shit so crazy. Hey, 7 days. I see you said we gotta live in a bubble. And when I just saw your message, your comment, I just thought about it. I'm like, damn. What if all this shit is just a setup for the big play? Like, what if they doing all this shit like with the air, with the fog, everything, making people like, oh, we can't live right. You know, y'all fucking us up with the air, making people sick and everything. You know how they'll create a problem, then they'll come with the solution themselves. Well, if they be like, oh yeah, this how they go introduce like bunkers and underground living to everybody and everything. Like, yeah, it's not safe enough because the air is so polluted and everything. We can't, the crops and everything is horrible on the surface. Like, you better start looking for underground housing and stuff like that and everything. And it's just like a big setup to get people to consent or agree to, let's get it there. We can't, this shit is crazy. You know what I'm saying? So just gotta be careful, man. This shit ain't nothing but a big game, man. Big old game they playing with everybody, man. It's so weird, man. That shit crazy.
We have both seen the film that was taken out of the Dulce facility. Why would somebody make pictures like this showing the creation of some sort of alien being? And this is a facility. This is a facility that's run by the United States government. I mean, with your tax money. Hamilton talked about the Dulce facility. I've also heard about, genetic engineering programs at Area 51.
There's no question that Dulce exists. I was the one that kind of led the research on that. I was at a meeting in Crestone, Colorado, and Tom Adams handed me a letter from a lady who lives in Las Vegas, and she was the one that tipped us off that this thing exists.
Hey, one thing you can say is this gotta be the truth, because he said, yeah, Dulce do exist. I was the one who led he was the one that was leading all the research on it and everything. So for him to say that, like, you can't just come out and just be lying about no shit like that and everything, man. Hey, man, what? So I think this is a real thing that's going on. When they said like a couple of them extraterrestrials got loose and took the lives of 66 people and everything. I got a video right after this, I think. It's right after this, about the interview with my man from back in the day. What's his name? Philip Schneider or whatever his name is. I never knew. Like, he claimed he had got into a situation with some grays or something in the underground facility, and they shot off his hands and everything. But I never, like, you can see his hands. His shit is all messed up. He said his foot, everything. Like, I'm like, damn, it really happened to him. Phil Schneider, yeah. We finna check it out, though.
Existed. So I talked to her, and she knew the location of some photos and videotape that had been taken inside Dulce by a guard who escaped during what they call the Dulce Wars of 1979. He used to contact her every 6 months, and he said, if I ever miss contacts 2 in a row for a year, you can go after this box, which they had hidden somewhere here in Nevada, that contained 6 minutes of videotape, 25 black and white photos, and some other documentation about what went on in Dulce. About 2 years ago, he did turn up missing. We never heard from him. And I think there was like 12 or 13 attempts after the box, but it had been hidden maybe at least 10 years ago in the terrain and the foliage and everything changed. I don't think they ever got it out.
He said in level 5, he'd walk on by and people would be in cages and screaming, begging for help, and he's told to walk straight on through and not look or pay attention.
Yeah.
These people are all mad.
I heard that. And then from another source, Air Force engineering source, I heard that when he went there, they referred to it as Section D. And then Bob heard it referred to when he was up at the test site just once, and somebody said, mentioned something about being shipped to Dulce, but that's the only reference he ever heard to it.
Now, I call these, the guys who are working in the facility as Igors, the invisible government's obedient robotons. But it really is a Frankenstein factory.
Damn, that's crazy. We got a lot of shit going on over here. Tommy Houston, he said, fam, there's people that are getting paid by the government for injuries that they receive from aliens. Man. Now, that's wild, too. I wish I could find, like, some of those people and maybe interview one or something, or find some information to interview on them or anything, some type of content on them and everything. Because if they getting paid by the government from injuries they receive from aliens, then they know something for sure. But I'm pretty sure they getting paid, and they had to sign something to say, hey, you ain't gonna talk about this shit though. We gonna pay you, but you ain't finna talk about this shit. For real. Bang Boogie was good.
And I killed 2 of them. Yes, they're mortal and they do die. However, in the process, one of them did this. All I remember is that he just kind of waved his hand in front of his chest, and the next thing I know, this blue beam hit me, and
Look at his hand, y'all. Look at his left
just literally
hand.
opened me up like a fish.
I never
burnt.
I never noticed this until like today when I seen this video. Like I never paid attention. Like I done seen a lot of Phil Schneider videos, especially from this right here. From they clipped a lot from this speaking right here when he was speaking right here, and I never paid attention. I'm like, man, look at his hand. Like he ain't lying or nothing. Like this shit is crazy.
My fingers right off of me, and it was some form of electrical force because the kind of like being hit by a lightning bolt burned all my toenails off of me. Completely crispy crittered my left foot, burnt the shoe right off of me. All I remember is the smoking remains, and I'm still conscious, but in and out of, I didn't remember much. And there was a Green Beret that was right behind me that risked his life. In fact, he died. But he risked his life. He shoved me back in the basket and hit the button and took me up. And I wouldn't be alive talking to you today if it wasn't for him. I'm forever indebted. He lost his life. There's a war underneath there, and I'm talking dead serious. It's been going on since that time. Since late August of 1979, our military, the Russian military, basically the militaries of the world, have been in constant conflict with the outer space alien. The small gray, the large gray, the reptilians. Now, U.S. military knew all about flying discs, and flying disc technology is thoroughly early as 1933. Damn. Of course, we remember the Germans did too, the Nazi Germans, Hitler and all their bunch of people.
He said that all the militaries are beefing with the aliens underground. It's probably because they got a lot of them captured underground in these secret laboratories and everything. And like we just heard the story, one getting loose and unaliving 60-something people and everything. Then we just heard Phil Schneider saying he had to do something to one of them and everything, allegedly or whatever. It probably is. It's probably still going on. They probably be like got them all in captivity and everything until one get loose again or something. Then all hell break loose. But ain't no telling what's going on up under there, man. That's crazy work, man. Let's keep it going. Hit that like button, y'all. Keep the algorithm jumping. Oh yeah, I watched that movie too, Bugonia. It's about a lady, like these dudes, they kidnapped this lady. They thought she was an alien or whatever. She was like in politics and working for this company, this corporation and everything. And it's crazy because it's low key like what's going on in the real world. Like some of these people really are from somewhere else and got some crazy shit going on. But that was a good movie, Bugonia. I just watched it too not too long ago.
All right, everyone, check this out. Got some bread here. Looks fairly good, right? Get ready to open it. It's been almost a year. It's been about 11 months or so, or not quite 11 months. But as you can see, the date is on there. I don't know if everybody can see the date. Can you see the date? February 17th, 2025. So if you can see the date, February 17th, 2025, we're gonna open it up. It's been sitting in the house the whole time.
That's crazy. He just opened it up.
And why am I doing this video? This is the bread that we're eating. So back in the day,
this month,
you kept bread that long, within 2 or 3 weeks or so, the bread would start to mold, right? Look at this bread, y'all. Look at this bread. This looks like bread that you would eat. Still got a little bend to it. Look at that. Still got a little bend to it. And this is the bread we're eating, y'all.
Man, that's crazy.
So you got to be careful what they're feeding you. Look at there. Now this bread should have been molded.
And they be promoting nature's own, like on the internet like it's one of the best brands. Like, this is a good brand. This is real bread. This will mold and everything. But look at this shit, man.
And I'm gonna smell it. It don't even smell bad. It don't have no kind of smell to it. So when you buy your bread, look at the ingredients. Check the ingredients out. And as you can see, all these ingredients on here. All of these ingredients on here. And that lets you know that this bread ain't no good for you. So you shouldn't be eating it at all. So now we know. This bread is almost a year old and it's still holding up. So we would do that little bread test back in the day. We squeeze the bread and kind of see if it's good. That's a good loaf right there. Squeezing it, see if it's still good. And this bread ain't no good, but it looks good though. You would eat it. If somebody made you a sandwich right now, sop it up with a little mayonnaise, a little ketchup, a little mustard, whatever you're gonna put on your sandwich, peanut butter and jelly, and you'd eat it. You'd eat it right now.
Yeah,
Look at the bread. It still looks good. Now that's a shame.
Yeah, that's
watch what you eat.
You eat that shit, that motherfucking bread sit in your stomach for motherfucking 2 years. That shit don't digest never. And then they wonder why we got a problem over here with motherfucking obesity and shit in America and everything. Cause they feeding this shit like that. They setting motherfuckers up. People eating bread, you know, people making sandwiches and grilled cheeses and toast and everything with bread and shit and everything, eating that shit. Shit just sit in your stomach. Don't even digest. It's sitting in there. Chemicals. Man, this shit crazy, man. I'm glad I be seeing all this. This don't do nothing but make me stay away from it. Like, it's like unconsciously I be staying away from this stuff. I be trying to stay away from different breads, even like buns and breads from like fast food restaurants and everything. If this bread doing that, you know the motherfucking fast food restaurant breads, same shit. So, hey, y'all just better be careful what you're putting into your body, man. Try to make your own bread. It's easy making bread too. It ain't hard making no bread. You can make your own bread and grow your own stuff. Try to eat your own food, man. It's the best thing you can do. They try to take your ass out. Moni, what up? August, what up? Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Hit that like button. Keep the algorithm jumping. Let's finish it up, man. Let's finish it up.
I kept asking myself, what did she do? They even called it a domestic terrorism. I'm like, what? Now we're going to define domestic terrorism with somebody trying to move out of the way and an ICE agent steps in the path? I mean, pathway that doesn't add up to me. We have to be careful with the way we define things in this nation. So it was very troubling. It's been a very tough, rough, difficult, perplexing, sometimes confusing, chaotic, unjust, inhumane year in many ways. However, I can say that in spite of all of that, we're still here.
The people united!
He gets shot at that motel, right?
Right.
Then he, dies on the scene, and Jesse Jackson was holding him in his arms, and that was a lie. What happened was, they rushed him to the hospital, and then the nurses took him out because he was still alive. But I heard that they cleared the room out.
Yeah.
Brought in some nurses.
Right.
And then snuffed him out with a pillow.
Damn.
Because here's the thing. He knows a lot more than what we know, right? Now, if he was an asset, whoever was funding him, writing his speeches.
Damn, they taking his speeches.
I'm just saying. And then they're saying, it gets wild. They're saying that he was the original Diddy, which is crazy. They're saying that he had freak offs and all this other stuff, and he had power and all this other stuff. Now, we can't verify that.
But it's documented that he was.
See, I told you they'd try to tarnish a motherfucking name and everything. Like, we don't know if he was like. We don't know, man. We need a witness to come forward and say he was having one fun. They say he was like Diddy. Come on now. Get the fuck out of here, man. Not my boy, man. Not MLK. But then again, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Nothing is impossible, man. Nothing. But They said he was like a lot of infidelity. They said he had a lot of women and everything, but that's what they put out into the media. You know, they can just paint a picture how they want to paint it. So I don't know, man. I don't know. He ain't even here to fight for himself and protect his name and everything, but we gonna see.
Waking up, people! Look at this. The CIA just released a document on the black web. We are right.
Is that real? See, this shit getting out of hand, man. This shit getting out of hand. What the fuck?
We waking up, people! Look at this. The CIA just released a document on the black web. We are rising. Look at her running on water. Don't that look like a certain story? Look at that. Oh, they trying to you can't catch her.
Statistic I'm about to tell y'all should make every family in America think about it. New data shows that Harris County, Texas, including Houston, has become one of the deadliest places in America for black women to give birth. Black women there are dying at a higher rate than the national average during pregnancy and childbirth. They're saying it's not because of one single issue, not just one. Listen to this, y'all. They said it's a combination of delayed care, lack of access to certain shit, medical complications, and systemic gaps in healthcare, y'all. That's crazy to me because giving birth should never feel like a life and death situation, life and death gamble. But for too many families in that area especially, it is. And people need to start asking the question, like, what is really going on? What's crazy to me is, y'all, they said in that area, most of the deaths are preventable if they had better monitoring systems and better care overall. We all need to be thinking about this because why is one of the largest counties in America struggling to protect women when it comes to them giving birth?
Nah, that shit crazy. That sound like it's something going on. That sound like it's some bullshit going on. Them people, them lovely women probably giving birth, losing their life, and then you look real close, do an autopsy or something, they fucking organs probably gone too. Allegedly, entertainment purposes only. But that shit sound like some bullshit.
Nobody's thinking about this. And then they said blacks is among leading. I need y'all thoughts down below in the comments. What do y'all think need to change first?
45 seconds is a minute now? This is what people are saying. I seen a video with a lady saying that she sat there and counted and a minute went by in 45 seconds and not 60 seconds. Could this be the reason why time feels like it's going faster and faster? Wasn't it just New Year's Day? It's about to be February, guys. Something's going on with the time. Could it be that the time is speeding up? So what's up?
Hey, I'm gonna have to test that when I get done streaming. I'm definitely gonna test that. I'm gonna do that count, that 45-second count, see if a minute go by. Because it has been feeling like it's sped up. It's about to, like you said, it's about to be February, man. I just remember I just remember New Year's Eve when we just did that long stream and everything. I'm like, man, it's here already. We already at the 19th, the 20th tomorrow. February be here in no time. This shit going so fast. This shit going at a record rate right now.
Supposed to happen could happen even faster. I don't know, guys. I just sat there and counted from 1 to 60. And that's all I gotta say, guys. I'm not even gonna say what happened. Maybe I'm bugging. Maybe I'm tired. I just woke up. But there's a lot of people saying that 45 seconds is the new minute. I hope not. Because life is short enough. And now the time is speeding up. This is what people are saying, guys. Like I said, this video is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not saying that's true. Sit at your clock. Or look at your watch and time it yourself. Or count it yourself and see if it's the same. I don't know, guys. Let me know. I'm out.
And the crazy thing is, in Ethiopia, it's 2018. Like, literally. Like, over there on their phones and their calendars and everything, they should say 2018. Like, I still have a hard time understanding that. Like, how is everybody else in 2026 and on this different, but they the only place. They the only place. They in 2018. They going by a whole nother calendar or something, or I guess the old school calendar, the 13-month boy, or 28 days in a month. Like, I don't know, but like how are they in 2018 over there in Ethiopia and everybody else is in 2026? And that's crazy because I just seen what's the streamer name? Big streamer. It's a big streamer. He just went over there. And everybody over there, when he was over there, everybody over there was telling him, like, they were saying the date. They was like, yeah, it's such and such 2018. He was like, what? 2018? He like, huh? Like, he was confused. He like, it's 2018 right now? Like, here? Like, I'm like, man, this shit crazy.
How do they know which ashes to put in which box? And then I realized, fuck, they don't know.
I know you fucking lying.
Anybody multiple cremations?
Man, bro.
Well, back then, because of the multiple cremations, see, I could cremate one guy in like 2 hours, or you could put 10 of them in there and take 2.5 hours.
10 people in that small space?
Difference?
This is fucking crazy, y'all.
There is none. Hard-hearted as that sounds, there is none.
Oh my God, man, this shit's so crazy. He just said he can cremate one person in like 2 hours. Or he can put 10 in at one time and create 10 at a time in 2.5 hours. Now, you know these cemeteries are not cremating one person at a time, taking 2 hours on one person at a time, every time to get these ashes. You know they just, and then right, how would people know? Motherfuckers got ashes of people they ain't even they loved ones, man. They just, here you go. They just give you a thing of ashes, and you think it's, man, this shit crazy, man. Oh my God. We live in a cold world, man. It's a cold, cold world, man.
He ain't bothered by this shit at all.
To me, commingling of ash is not a big deal.
That's beyond commingling.
I don't put any value in anybody after they're gone and dead, as they shouldn't and when I'm gone and dead. That's not a person anymore.
Yep, you going to hell, dog. That's a wrap.
How is it possible that everybody that grew up in the Gen X era, we all experienced the exact same childhood? I'm going to break it down for you. In the summertime, you will leave outside the house early. You can be 8, 9, 10, 11 years of age. You'll be way across town someplace. Your parents isn't tracking you down. They're not looking for you.
As long as you come in before the street lights come on.
As long as you at home by the time the street lights came on.
Right.
Am I lying? We all woke up on Saturday mornings. We watched these particular cartoons. We watched Jam. We watched the Smurfs. We watched Mr. T. We watched Scooby-Doo. We watched the Looney Tunes. And we ate our bowl of cereal, whether it be Captain Crunch, Fruit Loops, Apple Jacks, Lucky Charms, you name it. We all did. We played in the fire hydrant and we ran behind the ice cream truck because we was trying to get our ice cream. We all had...
Man, that's crazy, man. Because when I was a little boy, man, on Saturdays, I used to love Saturdays. That's crazy. I sit in front of the TV on Saturdays, early morning Saturdays, and watch helly cartoons, man. I remember like vividly, whole bunch of different cartoons. I used to love it. Like, oh, like so much good shit was coming on, man. Good cartoons, man.
And penny candy, and we'll have $1 or 50 cents, and that will last us an entire day. Sometimes 2 or 3 days because the candy.
And some of y'all ain't old enough. So I know some of y'all in here ain't old enough to know about the penny candy days. We had the penny candy store right in the hood, like the next block over. We go in there, you go in there, mama give me $1 or something, man. I go in that motherfucker and go crazy. They got all the different flavors you can pick, and it's different candy. It ain't just the Tootsie, the little fruit rolls, the fruit Tootsies or whatever. They got other shit too that was a penny. This was back in the day. Come back with your brown bag. You got helly candy in that boy. That boy lasts for about 3-4 days. Man, it was the good days. Nowadays, like last time I went home to Flint, they still got the little penny candy type candies and everything, but for $1, you only get like 40 of them, like 40 or something. I'm like, damn, they didn't cut it. You used to get 100 of them bitches, 100 pieces.
Candy was actually 1 cent a piece. The girls played hopscotch. The boys used to always build like clubhouses and slingshots and homemade go-karts and things. We all played tag. We all played hide and go seek. We all used to pass notes in the classroom. We used to always, when we used to try to talk to a girl, we ask her on a piece of paper, do you like me? I like you. Yes or no? We all rolled in cars without no safety belt on. We used to roll down hills. We used to jump over gates. We used to make homemade ramps, jumping on them. The girls used to be outside playing cheers. Oh, Mary Mac, all dressed in black. We all played any, mini, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by his toe. If he holler, let him go. Any, mini, miny, mo. We all played in the sandbox. We all drank from unsanitary water fountains because they was absolutely everywhere in every park and every place we used to pay either a quarter or a dime to make a phone call. Most of the girls had the Huffy bike with the pink seat on it. The boys,
this was the days back in the day, and I'm thinking about it like ain't no way I was letting my kids like when they was like 8, 9, and 10 years old. They're like, even when they, even older, 12, whatever, like, hell no, get your ass home. Like, my mama, we didn't have no cell phones or nothing. And we used to be on our bikes. I'm talking about 10, 11 years old, me and my cousins and everything, my homies from the hood. Man, we'd be on a whole nother side of town. I'm talking about so far on our bikes. No phone, no nothing. Still made it home before the street lights came on. It was safe. I guess it was safer back in the days. Like I don't even think about like kidnapping or no crazy shit that be going on today and everything. Like I ain't never had an instance like none of my friends, nobody I ever knew like was taken or something happened to them and everything. Like this shit crazy, man. Times change for sure.
They were racing tracks, and we used to have the BMX bikes with the mags on. Now, there's a million more things that I just can't touch on right now, but isn't it amazing that we all had the exact same childhood?
We do know that Earth is being invaded by AI right now. There were beings coming to our planet who had AI and were operating AI on our planet even back then. Reptilians, Draco, and the Greys are also run by AI. So we're getting into a whole weird scene where all these beings are run by what may be an AI that does not have our best interests in mind. So that has huge implications, and they don't want humans to know that.
Meet Atlas.
Hey, Big Flint. Salute to Big Flint in the building, man. Big Flint grew up where I grew up at, man. Definitely. The buck definitely was live, man. I swear.
5'9", 200.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Hey, yeah. Back in the day, your neighbors can whoop your ass. If you acting up, you out the street, they catch you cussing, doing something crazy and everything. Your neighbors will whoop your ass, bring you home. Your mama will be like, thank you. Like it's all good and everything. Back then, everybody knew everybody. It was different, man. Skating rinks, yeah. We used to go skating every was it Saturday nights? It was a few nights. That used to be our, especially when I was a teenager, like that skating. That was the thing. Skating rink, like all that type of shit, man. That's crazy, man. Came a long way, y'all. We in a whole nother era now. We in 2026. This shit done turned digital. For real, this done turned digital. He said he did. Yeah, after the neighbors beat your ass, they bring you home. He said, then your mama whoop your ass. I never got a whooping though, man. I never got a whooping. Like I never did nothing bad enough to get a whooping. You know what I'm saying? I got caught cussing one time, but she just talked to me and was like, quit cussing and all that and everything. But I never got a whooping. You know what I'm saying? Even when I got caught smoking weed and everything, like she never whooped me. My dad never whooped me. Never got a whooping. And I didn't turn out bad. I wasn't like no bad kid. I had good grades and everything. So this was like shit. I just had some common sense. But salute to everybody in the chat, man. Today was a good stream, man. I appreciate everybody who tapped in. Take it day by day, y'all. Stay on wave. Protect your peace watching these videos. Keep that good love around. Keep that good energy around. Keep vibrating those high frequencies. In the end, somehow, some way, we will win. For real. With all this crazy stuff going on. Salute to my content management moderators. Everybody in the chat. Appreciate all the super chats, super stickers and everything, man. Thank y'all so much. I will be seeing y'all soon. It's your boy Thao, FamOverTV. Peace and love, health and wealth to everybody. I'll see y'all soon, man. Peace.
FamOver.